Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are working a story into my daughter's school year insert. It's a storyline chapters if you are new to my channel. I have been documenting small stories throughout this school year to document things that hopefully are a thing of the past, like COVID scares and wearing masks, and then things that she's just learned, done, and grown into, and who she is this year during school. She is attending pre-K for 3-year-olds because she got an early seat, but she is 4. She just has one of those weird birthdays where she turns 4 right after school starts, but she can't start in the grade allotted that year. So it's been fun, and I will leave a playlist of all the videos for all the layouts so far in this insert. And I do have quite a few pages still left, but in efforts to conserve them, even though I may not need to, but this is an effort to conserve them, I am making like a little insert flap right now. And the story right now is about how she has worn dresses for like a year straight. I cannot get her to wear, leggings and t-shirts or shorts and shirts regularly. She wears a dress every day. So that's why this says I love dresses. So I've cut this out on my silhouette, and unfortunately I didn't weld the S's very well to the edge. They should have been welded so that it all stays. So in effort to have that be more secure, I've now is that a word? Cut the outline again in the gold pink glitter cardstock to kind of reinforce it. And actually, I love the way that looks because it pulls for both of them. And this is just a piece of scrap paper from my stash. So the idea is to have a full page photo over here. I'm going to score it here so that it flaps, and that way I can have a separate story on this side. And I'm going to put like these 3 here. And then I was thinking of matting them and then having just like 3 more photos over here to kind of have like this magazine look to it, just to show all the different dresses that she's kind of worn throughout the school year. And the only thing I'm thinking is that once this is scored and this flips over to I Love Dresses, this side is just white and blank. And so I'm kind of wondering, now that I'm thinking out loud with you, if I should just cut this out one more time in some other pattern paper. That way I can have patterns here, and perhaps, because my next story here, I already have it prepped, is about her school photos. And so I just screenshotted all the proofs. I did purchase them. I purchased one because, God, school photos are just the darndest most expensive thing ever. So we did choose this one in the end. So kind of have like the proofs all here, and then maybe just tell the story. Actually, that might work, of the school photos here, even though it'll still say I love dresses. But it might be okay. And then have this journaling be for this side. And keep this side simple. So maybe I'll do that one too with you on this video. That way it's not 2 separate videos for something simple. Or I can print more dresses and put them on this side, and then just still have this, and then maybe have this as a flip, is where I'm thinking. So yeah, let's get started, because I wanted to glue this already, and I was gonna do it before I started putting on the camera so that I had everything like ready to go and pretty, and then mat these and then cut this down. Okay, so I'll put you on fast forward right now, and let's get started. Okay, so let's put my little flap together. Now, this is a flap that I did myself on Silhouette Studio software. And don't get me wrong, there's a learning curve to that program. And clearly I didn't weld the 2 S's properly. And I kept like the cut lines there because it should have been just one piece, which is why that area I will show you later is a little bit weak. So it did help using the glittered cardstock on top of it because it adhered the polka dot one behind it. And then you'll see I even altered a little bit more, and I add another piece of pattern paper behind it, which will solidify the letters to stick together. I like this illusion. I forgot how I got the inspiration for it, but I could have had it almost like reading vertical, but I just decided to have it, you know what I mean? Like I heart dresses, like so that it was already vertically. I hope you understand what I mean. I just changed it all so that the letters just stacked on each other, and I liked the way that looked just as much. So yes, my daughter does have a fascination. She's a princess in the end. My husband loves this. She just wants to wear dresses
all the time. And even when they make it hard to play on like the slides or climbing at the park, I mean, we just learned to like kind of knot up the skirt a little bit so she doesn't step on it or ruin it. But she just insists on wearing dresses every day. There's no point to buying her pants or shorts or anything else. She does wear like little biker shorts underneath her dresses so that she can do all that she does without showing her little cute princess, underwears. But for the most part, this is who my daughter is, and I love that about her.
Okay, wanted to hop on here because I'm changing what I just said. Only because if you saw me, I was like, auditioning these out like this, and I loved it. And I was like, I'm going to make a flip. And I was trying to figure out maybe I can do a label here with school photo. And it's perfect as a one page. And like I said, I was having the journaling here. But when I was kind of going back and I was like, holy smokes, like if you can't, like everything I just did is kind of like lost. I was like, and you barely see it. And I was like, oh, and I better not even take these photos, start that one yet, because I haven't photographed this one for the still shots. And I was like, man, that looks good by itself. I was like, anything I do over here, it's gonna make it look busy or lost. Because if it was here, like that eats away at being with the, so, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but this has nothing to do with this too. So scratching that, it's going to be the next page. I'm going to keep my journaling here, put it on vellum or copy paper, probably vellum, and then just leave the flap available and be able to still take pictures of her when she goes to school with dresses on. And I can put another like 6, 1, 2, like if I do them in 2x2 squares, another 6 photos of dresses from here until the end of school. Was my thought then too. So I was like, you know what? Yes, because that way I can just keep the journaling here. You can still see that. I love that the title is custom and fits down the center perfectly. And then it just has room for extra stuff. So what I'm going to do is turn the page. And don't get me wrong, this notebook is getting definitely thicker and chunky, which I love, but it makes it hard to work on this side. So in essence, I just thought, you know what? Just take the 2-page spread. It's okay. Because these were taken in November, I want to say. So after her birthday, remember, so I did the birthday. That was in November. Then it's just the story about her loving dresses because she just does. These were taken in November as well. And then that way I can, the next page, do a recap on Christmas. And then I can be current kind of and get through another 1, 2, 3, 4 stories before the end of the year. So I might just do that. I might just have this like this, talk about the inflated prices of school photos, stamp out school photos, which will probably be on this side because this side will be hard to stamp on because it's so chunky. So school photo will be here, my journaling here, and then just have them keep that simple across the bottom. So that's what we'll do here. So we'll do some stamping, extra journaling, and call this layout complete. And then maybe too, I'll put like a little asterisk on the one that we purchased, which would be this one. Some sort of asterisk from like a Heidi Swap or a Allie Edwards chipboard piece or something to mark that. So let's get stamping for that one above.
Okay, so I decided to use an alpha stamp from Carrie Bradford called Headline Upper. And then I am using these Prima Floral stamps that I had gotten on a Peachy Cheap order a while ago. And I'm just auditioning a few ink colors. So I do go with a purple one called Serene. And I go with a coral color called Coral Cabana from Catherine Pooler. The way I wanted to line up the photos on the bottom, I knew I just wanted to have a border of this stamp alternating. That way it gave the paper interest rather than adding another layer of like cardstock and chunking up my notebook. However, when I just mentioned that I didn't do the photos of the other side to have them too busy, I should have taken them before I started the stamping. Hindsight's always 20/20 because these are dye inks and these did bleed through the paper. I didn't want to use cardstock to add more chunk to the notebook. I just wanted to stamp on the actual paper in the notebook. And so yeah, when you see the close-ups, I mean, it's not terribly bled through, but there is some shadowing that you can see. And definitely on the side opposite of this one where I stamp out school portraits, you do see the alpha. But don't get me wrong, the next page will be coming up video a recap on like Christmas, and I do kind of cover up a lot of it anyway with some large photos, so that part's okay. It's just the previous photos to make I Love Dresses look great. You know, live and learn. Plus, this is like an active notebook. I hope I just look back on this 5 years from now and love the little character traits and things from this school year for her. Thank you so much for joining. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.